Abuja, the story of George Stinney Jr. is one of the heartbreaking stories that you can ever hear. And he remains one of the youngest people that has ever been executed in the United States in the 20th century. On June 16, 1944, George Stinney Jr. was 14 years, 6 months, 5 days, and he was 5 feet 1 inch tall and I know weighed 90 to 95 pounds. Now he was convicted and executed for the murder of Betty June Binnicker, 11 years, and Mary Emma Thames, 8 years. Now what really happened on that day? On March 23rd, 1944, the dead bodies of these two white girls were discovered in a ditch and Nsuowum. The person that discovered that body was Reverend Francis Batson. On June 23rd, a year Betty June Binnicker and Mary Emma Thames were on their bicycle and almost Maypops. Maypops is a local name of passion flower. And they were looking for flowers. And copy George Stinney Jr. George Stinney Jr. was from a family of 6. Ne papa George Junior Stinney Sr. And if ne mame Amy Brown. Ne younger brother Charles Stinney, I know 12 years. If Catherine Stinney was 10 years. And Amy Ruffner, no 7. Na bra girls no copy fie hono. Na Amy Ruffner and George Stinney Jr. and ne wofi. Tomu bisa almost say they are in search of Maypops. Him fan no benya bi. George any Amy Chom so omunko down ho no benya bi. So they left, and that was the last time that George Stinney Jr. and these girls ekasai. But later that day, Enkodana Nkudrufi and no nemo started search for these girls. And that search, George Junior Senior, George Stinney Jr. Papa was part of that search. And they were looking for the girls all over. And now Reverend Francis Batson ekokopie girls no so. No mkopie girls no so no. Na girls no yabu omo ayede ade abubo mutima ma omuti kwankra no aboni kom. And it was established say na ye an instrument bi a omo so say ne tenten be te say hammer eno ene ye de bobo nkwada na trim. So after the discovery of the bodies and a police for launch omo investigation for the perpetrators of this heinous crime. Now on March 24th, a day after that particular incident, and on Babeche George Stinney Jr. and then a brother, they were arrested by H.S. Newman. Now what say a man for Ekache the same Kwadano and George Ekasaye, of which made him a suspect. So but later Omuja and a brother and a car George Stinney Jr. And as at that time, George Stinney Jr. family Oma Makwine Ama Ubiama Honum. And after the arrest, and ye George Junior's senior, a papa, ye nedi from a jumum. And now they were living in a company house. They couldn't stay there. They had to run away because now man for and even George Stinney Jr. Yadene Koto jail in Colombia and 50 kilometers away from Akula because Emrophobia ne wa Akula ho ye omadren say eka George Stinney Jr. kromo maye ni nasem ompeso omkunu one na busuani nyina. So they kept him in jail for 81 days. Now throughout the 81 days oma ama busuani bia ama ho H.S. Newman edibetu dwa say George Stinney Jr. a confess sampa eyono ene kunkwa Nempono were leading to a particular place okoye na metal na yede bobo nkwada ni tirimuno ehyewo, of which made him the right suspect that they were looking for. Abusha, on April 24th, 1944, the selection of the jury and the trial process for George Stinney Jr. started. Now, woman say when the trial started, the courtroom on that particular day, was filled with over 1,000 people. And it was 12-member panel jury. Now, on that fateful day, about 1,000 plus people are in our courtroom. The only black person that was in the room was George Stinney Jr. They never allowed any black person into that room, not even Nebuchadnezzar. So George Stinney Jr., lawyer no man, the lawyer was white, no a tax commissioner. At that time, no also cried a position into local office, and the name of that counsel was Charles Plowden. Charles Plowden, DB in Kota, Besine, Obian to Mintiase. When they started the case, the trial prosecutors called 3 witnesses. So 3 normally come from normal police for. Now police for they presented 2 versions of the alleged Stinney verbal confession. Back on the say, almost say George Stinney Jr. was trying to help one of the girls and now thought ditching him, and in the process, the other one attacked him. And George, as well nam so in self-defense or the two girls. That was one version of their alleged verbal confession from George Stinney Jr. If the other ones say George Stinney Jr. if follow girls no say no kopre omo ato omo now say then you enu ne nam so or the attack omo okun omo. With these two versions of alleged verbal confession, I almost say free George Stinney Jr. hono. The lawyer Mbisa Wonshe, he neither challenged whatever that they are saying or even defended George Stinney Jr. Omo kan no jitum. Efei omo for another 3 witnesses. As that 3 witnesses no, one was Reverend Francis Batson awuhun kwada no. And if 2 of them was the 2 doctors omo conducted postmortem on the bodies, and everything that they said biano clouding ejitum ono so wie ye no wanye any cross examination. Efei George Stinney Jr. so wemisa hwe, and the trial lasted for 2 hours 30 minutes. Just after the trial no, and omo ye deliberations of less than 10 minutes, and just after that deliberations no, the jury at the omo verdict by say George Stinney Jr. was guilty for that particular murder, and he was sentenced by Philip H. Stoll. Say yemfa ntina electric chair mu na yenkuno. Nobody said anything because the room was full of white people, and not the only black person was George Stinney Jr. Just after this verdict, George Stinney family and some churches and other organizations that felt to say it was not right, appealed to the governor Olin D. Johnston, say almost pardon George Stinney Jr. because oyakoda. They been see that say ye kumobia wedi 14 years. But governor no, the omuka ye na nkwankosiaga. Enti on June 16th, 1994, na ye Friday, exactly 7:30 a.m. and he prepared George Stinney Jr. and then kokotena electric chair. George Ekono, he was holding a Bible. According to report, akunyano kokotena mu na akunyane somano into the Bible no etu akunyano so and this serve as a booster. Said the bear obetumi abasoro.